Learn here.
Kaine right here.
And we are
Unfiltered in the house.
That's right. It feels like we haven't actually been in the house in forever.
Excited.
We were just talking about that.
Yes.
Forever. I'm back in, my stomping grounds here.
That's right.
Now,
Back
I know
in the saddle again.
we didn't leave everybody all together whenever we have places to be or things come up.
Mm-hmm.
We always have our recorded shows.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, even when we do actually physically
sit down.
do the show, our
Right.
shows are still recorded. Everything's out
That's
there. I was
right.
looking at it the other day. I believe we're up to 105 shows. Who would have ever thought? And see, I don't even have everything set up because
There it
it
is.
would have been some seamless applause, but my button. For those of you who actually think that there's 30 people applauding for us,
It's more than 30. Hey,
exactly.
What do you mean?
Exactly. No, the point is, go online. If you're watching us right now at chataboutit.com,
That's right.
you can actually go to Unfiltered Podcasts, and every show we've done is there.
That's it.
iTunes. Love iTunes. I'm back to doing my podcast again with all of my favorite shows, which includes, of course, Unfiltered.
Absolutely. It's top of the list. Even though it starts with a U, it's at the top of your list, right?
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
You can subscribe on iTunes, and it's free. You got to do that.
Gotta love something for free.
And speaking of free stuff and social media, twitter.com/unfiltered show, which is at unfiltered show. I know that's how a lot of people look up stuff. They don't actually go to, the Twitter site. They're already in their own personal Twitter, and then they just do a search. We are at Unfiltered Show. Facebook is really, really easy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook.com/unfiltered show.
That's it.
And I forgot about this as well. Cool too. YouTube channel. We are The Unfiltered Show.
Mm-hmm.
Go to YouTube. A lot of our videos are actually there as well.
That's right.
And we also have a Blip TV channel. So many things get connected. We are The Unfiltered Show
You guys
there
are
as
hooked
well.
up.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Exactly. Totally hooked up. You can steal that. You're not stealing it. You're
I'm
borrowing it. If you're
using
like
it.
Exactly, you're using it. If I had walked away and I came back and it wasn't here, I think that would qualify as thievery.
And then
But
I acted
since
like I didn't know what happened.
exactly,
No. What?
and
What do
it's
you
just
mean?
a sheet of paper, so there are no recipes for bombs or the next country we're going to invade or anything like that on here.
Right.
So I think it's all good. It's
Okay.
just our show rundown, which I definitely need tonight since we
That's it.
haven't been here in person.
I got to follow
In a
along.
week.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Made this really, really easy, very much like a dot to dot. Easy stuff this evening. Speaking of being back.
I thought you were going to say, speaking of being easy.
No. And you know what? I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Mine was
Yes.
really, really chill.
Yeah.
I did have the opportunity to go on a rooftop, check out fireworks. That was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
But it was a nice 4-day week off. I'm still
Yeah.
adjusting to coming back to
Oh,
work.
my God. That first day back on Tuesday was hellish.
That was hellacious. And it's speaking of hellacious.
Yes, let's.
Let me take off the acious, which just leaves you with hell.
Uh-huh.
That's what it feels like in New York City. I know what it's going to feel like when I go to hell. That is how hot it is. In fact, I
Little
think
precursor to your voyage, huh? Okay.
I don't think it's this hot in hell, actually. I wish we could see into the future or do some reincarnation just to find out. But if there is a temperature in hell, it's very close to what
close
we
to
are
this.
experiencing
Absolutely.
in New York
Yes.
City.
In the daytime, in the evening, in the middle of the morning. I mean, it's like hell.
Exactly.
It is.
Hell on earth. It's happening right now. And I shouldn't just cry about New York City. All over the Northeast, I'm hearing about this.
Right.
Speaking of, we did not, CBS, very, very nice to us. We actually got the Friday off before the 4th of July. Actually, not the whole day.
Mhm.
Not the whole day. We are CBS after all. Don B, if you're listening, please don't fire me. Oh, he's in Scotland. That's the general manager, the market manager, something like that. We were here half the day,
Half a day.
which
good.
means we ran one of our fabulous recorded shows, which means the scenesters were not here. We're going to check in
Yeah.
with them this Friday.
That's right.
And I promise you, I promise you it's not going to be a performance art moment like it was last time where, we allow the listeners to really get creative and create the conversation in their head while they just, were mesmerized
Scratch
by their
their heads.
attire, which I know is fun.
Absolutely.
But you're actually going to hear some stuff this Friday, and it's been a crazy sort of week in the world of pop culture, so I'm sure
they're going to have plenty to say. And coming, streaming in from South Beach, Miami, it's going to be very, very interesting.
Well, my illustrious producer showed me where I could actually get what is known as a microphone. Here I am assuming that you can just talk at your computer. And I found out that's not the case, and I found out when I was actually on air last week. Immediately got a very nice microphone, a brand that I see even hanging up on the walls here. It's called Blue of some sort. I hope this damn thing works. I shipped that out to the Scenesters. Point is, tune in on Friday to check in with the Scenesters. Well,
right.
We've been having these ongoing conversations, just to jump right in. We've been talking about the World Cup, and there's been so many stories that have come out of the World Cup.
Yeah. Where's your little sounder? Your vuvuzela?
My vuvuzela. I don't know where that. I don't know where that sounder's at. It only
Come on, you
appears.
downloaded the app.
I didn't download the app.
Come
I have
on.
no idea where that sounder is. I hope that I don't hear that.
I'm sure we could.
That drives me over the edge to hear those mosquitoes. It's 105 degrees in New York City. And our producer thinks that it's funny to play a sounder that sounds like a swarm of mosquitoes.
It's like, remember The Exorcist like 2 or 3 when Linda Blair was like, the locusts? Do you remember that?
Yeah, this is like the locusts are attacking. If I come back from break and I'm covered in red dots, or I don't know, maybe half my body is chewed away, that would be because of those locusts. No, vuvuzelas. But you know what? I'm going to miss the vuvuzelas actually, because you don't hear those unless the World Cup's going on and it's coming to an end. I think people are into this World Cup, and I don't know why, but so much this time around. Can't explain it, but the world's really into it.
Yeah, I mean, not just people. There's some other creatures that are into the World Cup and its events.
Now, tell me about. I think we know who one of the finalists are, right? Or both of them?
And not a little birdie, but a little sea urchin told us. In Germany, there's a psychic octopus that has predicted all of Germany's games this far in
Now, I just want to say that again.
Yes.
Just because
Octopus.
you have to get your head around this, because you hear that and it's like, I didn't hear that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You did hear that correctly. Psychic octopus.
Octopus, yes.
Okay.
And he's a celebrity. Paul from Oberhausen. He is a celebrity now. They actually placed a recording or a live video of Paul choosing the winner out of the German-Spain match. How he does this is he uses one of his 8 tentacle arms to reach inside and pull out a muscle from either team. So he chose Spain, and what happened? Spain won.
Exactly. So you're,
Paul's right.
You're hearing this. Paul is an octopus. He's in an aquarium. And they actually put jars of mussels, not human mussels, like the mussels that you eat.
I love mussels.
And they put the flags of the corresponding countries, one of which would be Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And then whoever they're playing, he went to the jar the past 5 times of the winning team, which was obviously Germany because they've proceeded this far.
Yeah.
Today, he decided he wanted a Spanish-flavored mussel or whatever that's about. He was in a ceviche mood, and he chose España.
Yes.
And
the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Speaking of history, he's been doing this from 2008. Like, he didn't have the 100% that he had this year, but in 2008, he was like at 75%. So Paul was doing pretty well with the predictions.
Well, let's just hope that Paul is kept in an aquarium, because who knows where this BP oil is going to end up next. And I think that Germany would just absolutely be crushed if you messed with Paul the octopus.
I was going to see.
The psychic.
I was going to see if you could rattle off a couple lotto numbers or something.
Exactly. Now we got to
reach in and grab some muscles on that, Paul, and let me know about that.
Now I've seen people do some strange things at the convenience store as they pick out their numbers. I have yet to see somebody bring in a cephalopod. Oh my God, I just used that word correctly and it just came out. I know the word. I've not seen anybody use a cephalopod, an octopus, to determine the mega numbers, but I got a thought about that. Maybe we need to go down to the sea aquarium and see what happens. We should actually do that. I don't play the lottery that often.
Whichever numbers the ink lands on, that's the one you select. That's
like it.